You might know what an incel is. You might even know who some incels are. But do you know where they are? Back in 2017, incels were thriving online, particularly on Reddit. r/incel, r/incels, and r/braincells were some of the most popular subreddits in a sea of many. However, as Reddit became more mainstream, each community was banned one by one, each group losing all their content forever. So this begs the question, where can you find incels today? This is Incels.is, the involuntary celibate forum. Home to over 25,000 members and 12 million posts, they welcome men from all walks of life, as long as you're an incel. Oh, and you also can't be a woman or LGBT, aka a foid or a gay-cel.
What?
Okay, time for a quick Incel.is crash course. There is a lot to cover, so we'll just go over the basics. Incel, a man who wants to get laid but can't. You can use the suffix cel to refer to specific incels. A gay-cel is a gay incel, a fake cel is a fake incel, and a bald cel is a bald incel. Maxing, improving a specific trait. Foid, a derogatory term for a woman, short for female humanoid organism. Chad, an alpha male. Mogged, to be dominated, usually by a Chad. Blue-pilled, living in blissful ignorance of the truth. Red-pilled, embracing the harsh truth of reality. And last but not least, black-pilled, a life outlook only incels can experience. A permanent and irreversible ideology change. Before we proceed any further, warning. The upcoming content is extremely disturbing, with mature themes and horribly inappropriate language. Viewer discretion is advised. When reading through the must-read content section, it takes only seconds to spot some concerning posts. Here's why women are dumber and females are psychopaths. A socio-historic review promotes some very misogynistic views. But for now, we'll dive deeper into this thread. Response to, you're not entitled to sex. User BlackPillPrez starts off with some reasonable enough points. He argues that nobody is entitled to anything, sex included, and that incels simply want sex, not that they feel entitled to it. Further down, he doubles down on this, saying, quote, women aren't entitled to safety, and compares women who have lost their virginity to, quote, used goods. Paul seconds this opinion, calling women refurbished products. Not everyone agreed with BlackPillPrez regarding entitlement to sex, however, with another user commenting, sex is the one thing men are entitled to. The only reason women exist are to be living sex toys. These horrific comments continued, with another user saying, if we're forced to pay taxes, then foids have to be forced to give us. Cringe take, legalize blank, and blank is the only response to this. Rounded out the unspeakable comments on a post that started off fairly innocent. On the other hand, some incels seem to be looking for love. One poll asked the incels if they'd rather have a loving wife or a new woman to sleep with each day. 81% answered wife compared to only 19% answering multiple women. One incel responded, I'm deprived of love. All I want is someone who loves me, with another adding, I voted for wife. I'm starving for love. Unfortunately, these innocent comments were the exception, not the norm in this thread. Why would you want a relationship with a foid? I rather, as many as possible, was one of the more tame opinions the incels had, with the Wizard Maxer saying he'd blank her every night. And Can't Escape Your Fate, a self-proclaimed misogynist, writing, "I want a sex slave. I can use her sexually however I want, as well as make her do household chores. I will treat her nicely if she complies and behaves well, but otherwise, she will get treated like cattle." These dark and twisted ideas are extremely prevalent on the site, with another user conceptualizing the idea of a rape machine that goes around searching for women, restraining them, sexually assaulting them, then knocking them out. The incel goes into extremely graphic detail into the horrors of the machine before concluding that women would, quote, "probably just enjoy it." In addition to their support of sexual assault, Incels.is also promotes extreme racism and violence towards women. Rapper and former Dr. Phil guest Bhadie recently released terrifying footage of herself being assaulted by the father of her child. In response to this, the incels made a thread titled, "OnlyFans Void beaten up by her blank BF." While obviously not the good guy in the situation, many incels referred to the man using unspeakable terms. Based blank. Based blank beating blank. Come on blank. Finish the job. The remaining incels praised the violence. "Let's go. Hope she has a brain bleed. He should have beat her to death. Disgusting coal burner got what she deserved." With comments like these, we can see that incels never side with women and sympathize with their fellow incels, no matter who they may be or what they have done. In a thread titled, "An Open Letter to the Families of the Victims and Survivors of the Parkland School Shooting," PPE Cell lectures the victims' families, telling them to educate themselves and to be less entitled and selfish to Nicholas Cruz, the incel who murdered their children. Other incels in the comments also seem to empathize with the school shooter. "He did nothing wrong. Hope he escapes soon. My heart goes out to my boy Nicky." A different user celebrated the shooting. "Any normie, meaning non-incel, who screws up the lives of 17 other people has my respect. Nick went there and screwed up all these people's plans and dreams. I admire that." Another user who gained the respect of other incels was It's Over, who made a post on March 11th, 2018 about his travels to Thailand, where in 22 days he slept with 10 girls, including 2 minors, with none of them being hookers. "I was going for the maximum slaves possible, so was focused on numbers, not quality," was his apparent strategy when in Thailand. Many in the comments were quick to praise him, perhaps out of envy. "You're a legend, man. Such an inspiration. Hope It's Over is still slaying. He's so much life fuel for me." However, most of the feedback he received was that of jealousy. "Fake cell, why are you even here? You're not a virgin." Fake cells everywhere, SMH. How is this literal Chad allowed to even post here while true cells like me suffer? Was a great point, since according to the rules of the forum, non-incels were prohibited. True to their word, It's Over received a ban from the site. However, this would not be the last time he was heard from. On June 8th, 2018, less than 3 months after his trip to Thailand, user 13K gave Incels.is an update on It's Over. The former incel was to become a father to a 3rd child, each with a different mother. The incel community took exception to this, with many of them feeling sympathy for the children, believing the kids would inevitably become future incels. His kids are gonna rot on this forum. Wow. Bringing children into the world is a selfish, cruel choice, no matter who you are. But as a subhuman incel, how could he do this? Others question his incel status. The guy was never an incel. He's just a normie. He is very normal looking. How could he be incel? I guess it was really over for him. He will never be incel again. Questions like these can be extrapolated even further. Given that It's Over not only lost his virginity, but fathered at least 3 children, did It's Over lose his incel status? Or was he, and all other incels, even an incel in the first place?